don't hear it. It sounds to me like the woman fell in love with another man and had her husband killed.
I would never want Robert killed, ever.
That's a wife saying no. The room is a sheriff's homicide interview room, and she has been in that chair for hours. She believes she can still explain it. The men across the table have already heard her phone calls.
Went off and done something stupid on his own, but don't tell me you didn't know, because we know you did. This has been nothing but cover up. Oh my God.
This interview runs almost 5 hours. You are going to watch her explain the affair, the second phone, the thousands of calls. And you are going to watch the minute explaining stops working.
Would you want me to read that one to you?
I do.
You're praying that the DNA doesn't let us find out. Find out what? If his DNA is at the scene of the murder, what?
August 17th, 2014. A railroad repair shop in Tehachapi, California. Robert Limon, 38, a mechanic working the Sunday shift alone. Someone walked in and shot him twice. It looked like a robbery. Nothing was taken. 3 months later, his wife drove to sheriff's headquarters, voluntarily. She believes she is here to help. The question this room exists to answer: what did she know, and when?
So we've had multiple conversations up to this date, and today is the 19th of November, and it's about 4:45. Okay, so I know that through this investigation there's been several times when you haven't been honest with me, and we need to get to the honesty right now, okay?
I'm sorry.
It's okay, I understand you were probably upset and scared, and you didn't know what to say. So, I know a lot of information, and I can't give this information out, obviously through the investigation, because I do not want that to be revealed, okay? So I know tons of stuff about all this that's gone on, and I want you to tell me the truth, okay?
He has carried this case for 3 months. He is not asking questions to learn the answers. He is asking to measure the distance between what she says and what he already has.
So tell me about it. What did you do there?
I was a demo girl. The samples.
So you do the samples and stuff like that? And did you actually work for Costco or work for an independent person?
It was an independent company contracted through Costco.
Okay. And so this company would hire you you were hired pretty much, you work full-time or part-time?
We're going back to him. There was other party that we were going to, and it was actually was friends of friends of friends. Okay. So our friends were having a party, and they were fire department people.
Oh.
And so that's what started it. I mean, that's how I gave him my phone number, and I said, "Oh, do you know this couple?" And he said, "Oh yeah, I think so. Like, are you going to that party kind of thing?" And then he's like, "Well, maybe I'll see you there. Like, what's your number?" And I had never given out my number to like a stranger before, and I did. I instantly felt just like, oh my gosh. And I had thought prior to that I had mentioned Robert, and I always do. That's like my protection, especially with other men. Like I always brought up Robert right away. So I had never done that before, and I felt bad. And but then he called and messaged me, and I was just like, oh my gosh, like I got myself into, so I didn't answer it or respond. And he apologized. He was like, "Are you married? I'm so sorry." And then I put, "Yeah, I thought that you knew that. It's no problem. It's okay."
And how often did you come into the Costco?
Came in quite a bit.
In Victorville? Like quite a bit, like as in once a week, twice a week?
Twice, 3 times a week maybe.
I go to Costco once in a month and I'm like, and stuff like that. So, at what point did it become a sexual relationship?
A year later, so we talked for...
2014? So this year?
I promise I'm not gonna run to talk to Randall.
I bet I cannot run now.
No, Robert had found my phone.
Tell me about that.
And he wasn't, he's like, who's this dude? And he'd seen him out once before. He'd only met him once. So he was just like, what's up? How did this go down? And I just kind of told him, like, I don't know. It just happened. And Jonathan apologized to Robert. Talked to him. He apologized to him. And we felt bad, And I felt bad. And Rob and I just kind of kept going, And Jonathan.
And what happened that day? And how did you, when you found out about it? What was going on?
He was going to have the next day off. We had been out the night before, and I kind of had too much to drink.
Oh.
And I wasn't paying attention to my phone. So we'd been out the night before, and he'd already taken the next day off, and he just kind of, like, we had, I hate talking about this. This is why I know. Like, Rob and I just had sex. Like, he kind of like forgave me. It was kind of like okay. And he'd ask me questions, and I just kind of would answer them as he asked, and we didn't talk about it. He didn't like to like problems. I have had open relationships. I threw that at him.
Did you guys have open relationships, such as you would meet other people at parties and stuff and have sexual encounters, or was it okay?
A second phone, bought by the boyfriend, paid in cash, so the husband would never see a bill. Now, one thing you will not hear on this tape. In 5 hours, she never asks who killed her husband. From here on, listen for it. If you catch her asking, even once, put the timestamp in the comments. Because the question is still open. What did she know, and when?
Okay, I gotcha. I'm with you.
If you're lying to me, it's going to be very difficult for you. Okay. Before the marriage, or before the death of Robert, you guys have had conversations, multiple, 7,333 conversations. April 15th, when you got the burner phone. Got the burner phone on April 15th. From April 15th to September 1st, there were 7,333 phone calls, text messages. I've done my homework. Okay. You guys have had to have some sort of conversation.
Past probably a month, maybe 2 weeks.
How about when I talked to you, I can check and see if there's a text or a phone call. As soon as we get off the phone, you pick up your burner phone, you immediately call Jonathan.
Be true.
He's lied before.
I can't imagine.
He's lied about
I can't imagine him saying
the motorcycle. He's lied about talking to Robert 3 other times before the murder. He lied about murdering Robert, driving over here to Tashkeen, committing a murder.
He talked to Robert 3 others.
Oh,
He had started asking where her husband worked, months before the murder. Questions about a spouse's schedule, their route, the place where they are alone. Investigators have a name for that. Target information. And it is always collected in the same voice. Small talk.
Because he was planning and preparing so he could be with you forever. He's planning this out. He was making this plan up in his head. He had a lot of pre-planning done. Like driving up there, checking it out. Going there on his motorcycle, checks it out, finds out how much fuel he needs to make it there and back. Force points out where he's going to stop at. This is a plan. He had a master plan. So that's why he talks about it. And that's why he had questions for you. What does this place out?
I can't.
After the murder, has he talked to you about it and told you that he did it?
No, he never said.
Never ever?
He never said, I killed Robert.
Do you know that he has 2 firearms that are the same caliber as the one that killed Robert?
Same caliber. What's that?
Up to this minute, this interview has been about an affair. From this minute, it is about what she knew. Jonathan's half of the case is already proven. What is left is hers. What did she know and when?
Here's the deal. It's not just about an affair. Your husband was murdered. That's more important than this freaking affair you guys were having. You know what I mean? Here's another thing. I can tell you, I don't care where the hell I was at. Day, night, whatever. If my wife was murdered, I would be standing at that fucking scene, finding out why and what. Give me some answers now. And you didn't even come out there.
Adultery.
Murder.
Never did he. In fact, he prayed, I'm not a murderer of God.
Okay. How about Psalms 51? He told you about that, right? When he prayed for forgiveness for his bloodshed. Remember that? He talked about that?
For his bloodshed?
I think you were actually talking over him when he was talking about that. Because you guys do that a lot. You'll be talking and then he talks and you guys talk over each other. And then he prayed that God would forgive him for his bloodshed. I don't think you heard it. If you did or you didn't, you don't remember hearing that?
No. No. I remember talking about out of the book of Psalms and David. I remember this is me below is on Goodwick Street about the time of the murder. So this is
3 minutes after the murder occurred.
after.
That's Jonathan driving away from the scene. From the place on Goodrick, where the shop is at.
That's good. Okay.
Takes an hour to get to the pilot. And this is 1 hour later. On August, I think it was the 8th, Jonathan, he bought his clothes he was wearing at a Goodwill in San Bernardino. Shoes, pants, jacket, shirt. We found the receipt. My partner's talking to Jonathan right now. I don't know what he's telling. So I told my partner that once he gets done talking to her, like, you know, at the point where you take a break, you come in and everybody some information so you can figure out what he's saying. I don't know what he's telling. He told me he had a bunch of stuff down though, so I can't imagine what he's telling me. What do you think's going to happen to you right now? I mean, with all this, everything, I mean, you think you think you're going to be able to see your kids again? How do you think Robert felt? His mom rushed my son to be, and this guy's got a gun in his hand. You know what I mean? Can you imagine? I thought about it a lot. Like what was going through his mind, what's his heart racing? He's scared. He's thinking about his kids, his wife. This guy's trying to murder him. For what? So he could have his life. This guy wanted Robert's life. This guy murders him in cold blood. Probably like, how do you think Robert felt? I mean, he had to be fucking scared. You know what I mean?
I just wanted to know if he suffered. He said he didn't suffer. I didn't know details of.
Man, I really don't know. I know that where you're a child was horrible. But you don't know what he's going through. 1 second, everything is cool. You're bending down, getting rid of the water. Next second, you're fighting for your life. Fighting for your life. This guy's gonna fucking kill you.
He was struggling.
Yeah, they're fighting with a gun. And then pow, the gun goes off. And then what are you thinking? You start thinking about your life. You know? Your kids and all this shit. You know what I mean? Nobody knows what Rob was thinking, but you can speculate, you know? He's thinking, oh my god, I gotta get this gun from this guy. You know what I mean? Give me something. Give me something that's good. I need to know. I need some information.
You have all the information right here. You have it all.
But you can see from my point of view, I don't have all the information. You know what I mean? This looks horrible.
You know,
This guy gets fucking killed. And yeah, this guy murders him because he wants his life. It's the bottom line. This guy wants his life.
and I gave him the access.
You did. You told him where your husband worked at. When he would be working, where the shop was, where Maisie worked, and you told him that he was going to be gone and you guys could maybe hook up. He had other plans. He wasn't planning on hooking up with you. He was planning on taking that stroll to Hatchby like he had done before. You know? Got it planned out, get it timed out. He knew how long it would take. He knew how much gas he would need. He paid cash. He paid cash for the stuff he bought because he knew. This is one of my partners, Detective Brewer.
How you doing? Kevin Brewer.
Hi, Kevin.
He was talking with Johnny.
Talking to Robert. John. I got a couple of questions for you.
So he he's made this plan. So you think that, I mean, you tell him that, hey, Robert's going to be gone, he's going to be at work, it's a 12-hour shift, maybe we can come over, we can hang out, and he's thinking, today's the day. I'm going to take that drive. I'm going to go take care of business so I can be with her. And I can have her and her family, her kids. The saddest thing for the kids, horrible. Because they lost their dad. And he was a good dad. Terrible.
Right. It's terrible. It's terrible. It's my fault.
Sabrina, after talking to Jonathan and looking at this, I mean, I helped him with this case for a long time. It looks like there's 2 people involved. It's you. I don't think you pulled the trigger, did you?
No.
Jonathan did. What did he tell you that was him in that video?
Yesterday.
When?
Yesterday?
What did he tell you before that?
No.
What did you say? He told you that's him in the video.
Well, he hadn't seen the video, but he said it could be me. He said
What? How could that be? I'm confused here.
we've just talked a bunch about, he's just said that, detectives can say and do anything that they want.
Did you ask him how that could be him in that video?
I did.
What did he say?
He said that it could be a picture of him at another gas station.
You asked him what he was doing in that gas station? Halfway to where your husband was murdered?
From what how I took it was like another gas station, another place. And I said, why would they want to do that? Why would they want to put?
Did you see the picture of Jonathan on the motorcycle?
Yeah, it's right there.
Do you have any trouble figuring out that's Jonathan? Because frankly, everybody else that knows him that's seen it, I mean, you have to know it, we floated that to them. They've all had no problem with it. And I think you would know him more than any of them, really.
Yeah.
You have any problem with that, picking that out of Jonathan?
No.
Do you know anybody else that looks like that has a motorcycle like that would have a reason to kill your husband?
No.
Who else could it be?
No, that's okay. It'll be something else.
Hey, frankly, Sabrina, I've sat on a lot of wiretaps, and I know we've been listening to
Yeah.
for a while.
Yeah.
I've sat on a bunch of 33 years of New England. And I can tell you the conversation between you two is not covered up like there.
There is a page in that folder he has not used yet. A transcript of a prayer. 2 ways the next 3 minutes go. She asks for a lawyer, or she keeps explaining. Lock your answer.
We never wanted dead. Ever.
Yes, you did. You guys have been talking for weeks and weeks about how this is God's will. That you guys get together and marry. It's all God's will. It's almost every conversation of every day about how killing your husband and you two getting together is God's will. That's Sheba. Did we talk about that?
They had said,
Well, tell me that story. Tell me the story.
I don't know.
About Sheba.
I don't know that. I don't know it.
You don't know that story? He says that's our life, and you went yes.
Or whatever I read,
You don't remember?
no, I don't
He
remember.
takes another man's wife that has her husband murdered, killed. Because around here, it sounds to me like the woman fell in love with another man and had her husband killed.
I would never want Robert killed, ever.
Why did you tell him where Robert's at?
I was going to see him, and I would tell him when Robert was working and stuff, and
Why were you so worried about the DNA stuff he found?
I thought that was good. The DNA.
No, that's not what the conversations are. No.
Well, the DNA was a
No,
good
don't
thing.
panic. Okay?
No.
I can read a few of them to you, that's not.
Yeah, well,
You talk about how good it is after you figure out we're probably listening to you. Before that, it's all panic, which is exactly why we told you that. Okay?
I just didn't want to be publicized as
So
having
you two have already, both of you have already told people about this affair. Why keep it from us? We knew about it from the minute. He's got 500 of your phone calls on his thing every day. You think we're not going to know?
I thought that, I didn't know. I was worried about that. I know. It doesn't look bad. I know how bad, I know that it looks bad, but,
I think this past looked bad.
I get it.
It looked bad for a while, and then it got bad because we talked other stuff that you have to know. We can't tell you all of this. The thing's got to get prosecuted. Okay? But it looked bad for a while, and then it just got bad. And I think it's because it is bad. Okay?
Yeah.
All we talk about is this: we have to stop sinning, and you guys are still together. I'm confused with these calls. I really am. Do you think God meant for you and Jonathan to be together? Is that what you guys are talking about? When you're praying that the DNA doesn't let us find out. Would you want me to read that one to you? You're praying that the DNA doesn't let us find out. Find out what? If his DNA is at the scene of the murder, what am I going to find out? That you two were laying around together? I'll find out that Jonathan killed you. We already knew that. We had those motorcycle pictures long before you know. Okay? And we had somebody call us and say, you need to look at this guy right here. Months ago, not weeks. Because he's calling us up, trying to apologize for something, and we haven't figured out what he did. But he keeps crying and apologizing. Okay? Where's his tailpipe?
I have no idea.
He didn't tell you what he did with his tailpipe?
No, I didn't even know that he...
You notice he's got a different pipe on the bike?
Louder. The exhaust is louder, it sounds louder.
I'll be honest, I don't pay attention to any of that kind of stuff. I just know the writing on the bike. That's all I know.
Yesterday, when I told you that this tip came in and we had a John, how come you gave me two different John's names?
Because that was John's. Those were the Johns that Rob worked with.
Why wouldn't you just tell me then? I mean, you had to know that shit's hit the fan.
Yeah, I felt like, oh, Jonathan, okay.
Why wouldn't you tell me?
She kept explaining. Would you have 2 words in the comments, lawyer or explain?
You need to get that through your head now. You are not going to be together. You're going to end up going to prison for the rest of his life. And I've got some serious doubts about you.
Okay. Gigs up. That's Jonathan Hearn. You didn't tell me anything.
I should have told you that.
You should have.
The black helmet, I didn't.
He never told you
see.
with him in the video, Sabrina. You already knew it. Okay? He didn't tell you that. You already knew it. You know dang well it's him. You know how he walks. That was my brother in that video. I'd peg him in a minute. You know.
Where it's taken?
Yeah. It's taken about 300 feet from where your husband's killed. He's leaving right after he kills him. At what point did he tell you he shot Rob? And don't tell me he didn't. I know better.
He said that was him yesterday. He never said he
You
shot
think
him.
about 6 or 7 old ladies sitting on that jury, and this guy says, that's me in the video. Huh? And they said, what happened? I don't know. She didn't, she still, it took us, 15 minutes into an interview to get her to say that. She didn't call us. Okay? And the prosecutor says, folks, that's how much she cares about the husband. Okay? Her new boyfriend killed him, and she don't even care. And what will your kids think when they find out? And the whole world is going to find out in the next 3 days, because all this paperwork goes public. Not a thing we do about it. Okay? When did he tell you? You're not going to get another shot at this, I'm telling you. We're going to leave here in a minute, and we're not going to talk to you again. You'll want to, but your attorney won't let you, and it's too late. I won't talk to you, we're done. We will take what we have and go with it. You wouldn't be here if we didn't have enough.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean that you're in the middle of this, plotted it, planned it, or anything else. He may have went off and done something stupid on his own. But don't tell me you didn't know, because we know you did. This has been nothing but cover up. Oh my God, I hope they don't. God wants it to be together. I hope the DNA doesn't. Okay? That's got nothing to do with this affair. What the DNA got to do with you two being together. And how are we going to find out that you two are right if all we have is his DNA? Hey, his DNA at the scene means only one thing. That's a suspect.
Yeah. I understand that.
Did you plan to kill Rob?
No. Oh my God, no.
The only major theme is God wants you two to be together, according to him. And God sees everything and knows everything. What did God see the day Rob got killed? Same thing we saw. His motorcycle, Jonathan's motorcycle leaving the crime scene. Say, if you won't divorce him, I'll get rid of him for you.
Yeah.
No. I think yes.
I understand.
If you won't divorce him, then Jonathan's got to go to Plan B. Doesn't he? I mean, Jonathan's got to know where he's at, and he got that out of you.
5 hours. One question left standing, the one this room was built for. What did she know? And when? He will ask it once more. Listen to how many words her answer needs.
Now, before this thing comes to an end, and I'm going to ask you one more time. Did Jonathan tell you he killed your husband?
He never told me that. It just all led up to all the things that he'd said. Led up to that. All the conversations, just not specifically. I shot Rob. He never said that.
What conversation is leading up to what?
Look, I think that a decision needs to be made right now. You requested this. You wanted to talk to Randall. We're 4 hours into this, and you haven't said anything different to him than what you told me. If you have something you need to say, right now's the time, because otherwise I'm ready to cut this off.
I think you guys,
You think what?
everything that has been said has been evidence that it's clear. And it's my fault for telling Jonathan where Robert was that day.
And it most certainly is. It is your fault. But, I mean, for the last 4 hours, Detective Myers told you that you're holding on to something. There's something that you know that you're not telling us. Right now, I would have more respect if you said, hey, I ain't gonna say anything to you. You don't like me. I know you don't like me. I'm good with that. You think I'm the mean guy. I get accused of it all the time. But it's time to shit or get off the pot. And I'm not here to kick you in the teeth. Robert's dead because of you. Make no mistakes about that. That is something that you're going to have to live with for the rest of your life. That is something that your children are going to have to live with for the rest of their lives. No matter what happens now, little Robbie's going to know that Jonathan killed his dad. I told you down there in Boron, I could care less about you. I care about your kids. They didn't ask for this. You're a grown woman. You made decisions. And why you would tell a man, I need a lot more patience. So what I need you to do is I need you to stand up and turn around. Obviously, since you were already brought down here once before, you were told what you're under arrest for, correct?
Yes.
For conspiracy to commit murder and accessory to murder? Okay. Have a seat.
4 hours and 40 minutes.
So 5 hours, you met.
Check if Jonathan did it, and you guys have all the evidence.
I'll get it.
You know, and when you sign the cards, you sign this one twice, and you didn't sign that one.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. He's
Are you right-handed or left-handed?
Right-handed.
I wanted to bring this card over so you could see that it's your signature.
Okay, yeah.
Thanks.
What was your question?
Well, I just don't understand. I mean, if you guys have all the evidence and it's not like he was going to confess it to me. When he did that, you know, he's not going to say those words to me. He didn't know that he was going up to Josh Street that day. Prior, I had told him where Robert had worked. The conversation that we had. I didn't know he was going up to Josh Street that day.
You did. See, you know, you keep saying that you can't believe it. Do you?
You always do.
You are? Why is that?
That's what happened.
This whole time, I guess people react differently to stuff. This whole time, you find yourself not being able to believe it. But not once have you showed any anger or disgust, especially since you inserted it into your children's lives. That bothers me. It's not too often I get to see good things at work. But when I saw that video of your son, it impacted me. And through all of this, your children really haven't been a concern to you. It's unfortunate because they definitely deserve better than what you're giving them. And I hope they get it. I hope they do. They deserve a lot more than what they're getting. I wish I would have known them. Definitely under different circumstances. you know? Well, I'm spinning my wheels. Just get you killed.
Sabrina Limon was convicted of first-degree murder, conspiracy, solicitation of murder, and accessory after the fact. 25 years to life. Jonathan pleaded to voluntary manslaughter and testified against her. 5 hours of answers. The one question she never asked: who killed her husband? There is another room like this on your screen right now. Same series, different wife.